Hey everybody, welcome to AI Necklaces 2025. You ready? But first, can you hear me and see me? Just give me one chat box if you can, please. Let me know you're there. We got a pretty good turnout for Friday morning, which is amazing. Wonderful, wonderful. And if my audio goes out, let me know too. I'll be glancing at the chat box there once in a while. Right on. Very good. All right. And while a couple other people are trickling in, just let me know where you're located on the globe, how far away you are from, well, me, I guess. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada, which is 2 hours from Toronto, 2 hours from Detroit, Michigan. Oklahoma. Oh, there's a Detroit person. We never get Detroit people. Every time I say that, we never get Detroit. Texas, California, Florida. Man, lots of Americans right on. Love it. BC. Yeah, love it. Love it. Love it. What else we got? Who's the furthest away? Oh, there it is. Singapore. Amazing. Awesome. Okay, so I do have like a ton of ground I have to cover here today. So I do need to dive in, but I will send out a replay of this too, so you guys are all good to go there. And actually, I should have put that screen on there. But anyway, thanks for coming on. I do have a lot of stuff to show you guys and gals, and welcome. So let's see if we can get you selling print-on-demand necklaces using AI. And what are we going to cover? Three topics. Number one, what happened? Million to zero for me. I'll explain everything that happened in my business and the good and the bad. I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny at the time. And number two, the plan to get back to $1 million in sales in 2025 with this specific product. And then what to do next? Your turn to do something now. So who's this for? Basically, the following people who are like, you know what, I want to sell these print-on-demand necklaces. I know people sell T-shirts and hoodies and coffee mugs and all that other great stuff that are, they do pretty well. But honestly, this product has done the best for me out of all of them. So people who want to get sales on Shopify, people who want to control their destiny, people who want to get eyeballs on their products, people who want to use AI to do the heavy lifting, you want to know what to avoid and you want to know exactly what to do. So that is where we're at. It's not for, negative people, finger pointers, quitters, bad attitudes, or all around unpleasant people. I'm too old to deal with that, and I have no time for that in my life anymore. So you're here, so I'm sure this is for you. And if you do stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, I would like to just introduce myself. My name is Will. I've sold over 7 figures in the print-on-demand world so far and counting. I made over 7 figures with my courses, coaching, and membership site. And I work at home in my office at the front of my house where I'm sitting right now. The window is just beside one of my 3 monitors. I'm old, currently 49. I guess some people are like, that's not old. I'm like 60 or I'm 70 or I'm, you know, I don't think we get too many 7-year-olds, but anybody who's older than me says, you're not old, man. And anybody younger than me says, yeah, you're old. I'm stubborn, ask my wife. I love being an online entrepreneur and I love helping people succeed more than anything. Okay, that's my favorite thing. I'm lucky since 2007. It was so long ago when I quit my day job and I started working for myself full time online from home. So, enough about me. I think you get the gist. The better topic is to talk about you. So, is this you? Maybe you're the brand new wannabe successful print on demand seller and you're like, I just watched 145 YouTube videos on how to make millions with print on demand. Now I'm ready to dive in and kick some butt, take some names because some goofball says all I have to do is open a store, list some stuff, and I'll be sitting on a beach drinking margaritas in no time while the money pours into my bank account. This is going to be so easy. Why aren't more people doing this? They make it look so easy and definitely not overcomplicated at all. Let's go. And then it's like, you know what, you do that, and then all of a sudden now you're the tried and failed print on demand seller. So you're like, I don't get it. I did everything that guy in the video told me to do, and I'm still not getting any sales of my products. In fact, I'm now more confused than ever because AI is not as easy as I thought to use. And I'm super frustrated now because I don't understand the fine details needed to make this work properly and snowball over time. I'm going to quit very soon. This sucks. First, you're not alone. Second, don't give up. There is hope. And third, accept where you are so that you can fix it. So evaluate what worked, what didn't, what can be improved. Success comes from failure. You didn't fail, you learned another way that doesn't work. So the more you fail, the closer you get to succeeding. And if you failed a few times, that's a good sign because you're taking action. Success, it might be closer than you think. You've seen others succeed. You know it's possible. So you start researching on YouTube. And there's so many YouTubers who are trying to get your attention because honestly, they're on there to try to get you into their paid program. That's the honest truth. I do that too. I'm no different, but that's why YouTube exists in the print-on-demand world. Most are new. and are just regurgitating someone else's video. It can be frustrating. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time in the YouTube research phase. Honestly, I do too. So you're not alone. So you continue to struggle and continue not getting any sales in your products. You end up in that vicious cycle of constantly trying and constantly failing, thinking of giving up, but you don't. The point is, you're not going to give up on your dream. Your dream is your goal, and your goal is what keeps you going. So goals are good, and we all have them. So what's yours? Type your goal in the chat box. Let me know monetarily how much revenue per month would make you happy. Is it 1,000? Is it 5,000 a month? Is it 10,000 a month? Is it 100,000 a month? Let's see who's got the biggest number. The biggest number I've had so far. Oh, I'm not going to give it away yet, but I'll give it away in a second. So what do we got here? 7K, 5K, 4K, 5K, 5K, 10K, 2,000, 1,000. I just want a sale. A sale? Okay, well, we can get you a sale. That's no problem. Okay, we got a lot of tens, a lot of fives. That's awesome. Good, good. The biggest number I've seen so far is 100,000. And I actually looked up the guy's name after uh, a webinar that I did, and I was like, yeah, he's actually already doing that. So it's crazy the amount of money that people make with this. But to be honest, it's only like the top 2% that make really, really big bucks. And um, the rest kind of flounder. There's some in between. There's a lot that struggle because there's so many moving parts. It's insane. All right, so here's my goal for you. Um, I want you now. Spell check didn't pick that up because it didn't do the grammar, but I want you to sell $1 million of POD necklaces in 2025. Huge goal, right? But um, the goal for me is I want to teach you how to do that. It's a lofty goal because if you shoot for the stars, even if you miss, you might hit the moon. So if we set a super high bar, you're going to work your butt off to get there. If you don't hit that mark, I mean, you're still doing pretty well, right? That's the way I look at that with that goal. So the point is, without goals, we all struggle to keep going. Some days stink. You get very little traffic, or you overspend on ads, or someone copies your bestseller, or something happens in your personal life, or there's a million different things that can go on. But you keep going because you have a goal. So why tell you all this? Because you need something to keep you going too. Bad days are going to happen. And goals give you something to focus on. So you can feel sorry for yourself and wallow in self pity, or you can change anything you want in your life, which is why you're here. Maybe you've tried and failed, and that's why I put together the AI Necklaces Bootcamp. More on that later. Let's get into the training now. So let's dive in. I cannot wait. Number one, I've had a few people over the past little while ask me, what happened, man? Like, you're doing so much with this. Uh, why aren't you doing that much today with it, with this particular product? And I'm like, yep, it was basically 7 figures to zero. So first, let me prove it. There we go. There's the beauty of a screenshot. The bulk of that is selling necklaces, honestly. So 41,259 sales over time, 7 figures. That's me. That's a lot of sales and a lot of necklaces sold. So what happened? Like, why aren't you doing that now, big shot? Well, a few things happen completely out of my control. And this can happen to you too. And this is why um, you learn from your mistakes and you learn what to do to build a better business than what you had before. So, number one, I was lazy, honestly. I sold direct on Gearbubble, which is gearbubble.com. They had these amazing necklaces, and I'm like, cool. So I can create it on there. I can send traffic to there. I don't have to build my own store at all. Wonderful. Uh, they do all the customer service. All I had to do was come up with new designs and run ads to them. It was amazing. But the problem was I was lazy. Okay, and I'll tell you in a second here. See, um, it was amazing until it wasn't. When you don't see any customer emails, you don't see any complaints, and you don't see any problems. So you don't see that there's holes in the ship. And that can destroy your business. So as much as over the years I'm like, I do not want to do customer service, I can't stand it, I should have. And that was a big mistake on my part, because if somebody had an issue with their order, somebody didn't like what they got, it was broken, or it took forever to get to them, I didn't see anything. I was just happily trucking along, making more money, running more ads, making more designs, and I was oblivious to the fact that there might have been issues and I didn't see them, so I couldn't correct them. But Facebook sure did. So, which is mistake number two. I lost my ad account. So I thought everything was fine. Maybe it wasn't. If customers complained, I didn't know. If customers didn't get orders or they were shipped late, I didn't know. If another seller was a scammer, I didn't know. Meaning, like, because we're all running traffic to the same domain name, an ad for that domain would appear to the average Joe consumer that it's that company. So even though some guy over in Vietnam is selling some product on Gearbubble and I'm selling some product on Gearbubble, maybe they had an issue with that guy, and then they'll go and they'll complain to Facebook about that guy. But all Facebook sees is a complaint about Gearbubble and gearbubble.com. And then they see all these ad accounts pointing to gearbubble.com. They're like, that's weird. And try and explain anything to a Facebook rep, they're like, it goes right over their head. So that cost me my ad account because any issues, I don't know if there was or wasn't, I didn't see them. And if you don't see the issues, you can't fix the problem. And if you can't fix the problem, they keep going. Eventually, bad things are going to happen. Like you're going to lose your ad account. That ad account was prime. It was so easy to launch campaigns because it had so much data going through it, so much money going through it. It knew exactly who my customers were and who to show my ads to. And then Facebook one day, they're like, boom, gone. And I was like, oh boy, that sucks. So buyers could complain to Facebook about stuff that wasn't even mine as well, because we're all sending traffic to that same domain. It looked like it was just one company advertising. That's not good. And it cost me my Facebook ad account. No traffic, no more sales, period. My business tanked hard because I had to shift. But that's not all. The company I used, one day, they're like, hey, you know what? We're not going to offer that product anymore. I was like, huh? Are you kidding me? Like, this was after I lost my Facebook ad account, but I'm like, I was still getting your sales organically from Google searches for those products. And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're not selling that anymore. I was like, okay. So when your best selling product is removed, they stopped offering it, meaning I can't sell it, meaning I was screwed, meaning I had to pivot hard and fast. So that's a big ouch. I had over 250 necklaces. I think it was like 263. I'd have to go back and count. Zero could be sold now. So years of hard work down the toilet. Back then, I did a couple designs on my own, and then I started hiring a designer to do them for like 20 bucks a pop. So I had like $20 times like 250 is over $5,000 in paying a designer to do all these designs. I had invested a lot into my business, and for them to pull the rug out from under me hurt. Like it hurt bad. And when you lose your ad account and then they remove your best product, it's like, okay, now emotionally, I'm a mess. My business is turned on its head. It's evaporating before me. What do you do? Like, how do you survive that? Like, that's not fun at all. It's not fun. So I was lazy. I lost my ad account. My product was no longer available. Fun, right? This was right after Q4, so I was spending $1,000 to $2,000 per day on ads, and I wasn't spending that amount of money because I was losing money. I was spending it because I was making a lot of money. And when you make a lot of money with ads, you start to feel invincible. And you start to feel like, oh, I can really do anything. I paid off all that debt. I paid off, let's start working on the mortgage here. Let's start paying that off. Oh, maybe I'll go buy a little toy. Maybe I'll go, splurge on a vacation. Maybe I'll go do this. And you start spending a little bit more than you should, which is really dumb. I learned that lesson too. But when you're making a lot of money, a whole new set of issues come up. Okay. Especially when you make a lot one year and then you don't make a lot the next. So you go from hero to zero. And do you know what that does to you mentally? It it scrambles your noggin. Like it actually destroys you. It took me a good 6 months to recover from that. Um, it's not easy. I've been through a couple businesses that went belly up. The first one was secured loan leads that I was selling. I was doing amazing. There's actually months where I did like 80, $90,000, honestly, and I don't like saying that out loud because I don't want my kids to hear it. But all of a sudden, back in 2005, 2007 is when it actually went. The market went belly up. The credit crisis hit, and all of the my business just flopped. It evaporated within 3 weeks because all the bad credit applicants who were going for loans, all of a sudden the banks and loan companies I was selling them to wasn't giving them loans anymore. So that business, poof. The necklace business, poof. And it's like, okay, that's enough. I'm good. Like, what can I do here? I need a business that's better, more long term, and more well protected. So Oh, and then to kick it off, if that's not enough, a good buddy of mine sold the company. Not that the new guy now isn't cool, but yeah, when Don Wilson sold Gear Bubble, it was a body blow that took me a long time to absorb. Anyway, that whole deal was not fun to go through. But here's the thing: there are three constants in life. These are always present. Death, we're all going to die. Now, just quick sidebar. My father-in-law actually just had a heart attack a couple of days ago. He's in the hospital right now. He was in a coma for a couple of days. That's been fun to deal with. Not at all, but he's actually going to be. We think he's going to be okay. He actually stood up on his own yesterday. They took the breathing tube out of his mouth. But I'm like, you know what? That thing, that D word, that's looming over everybody. You could go out today and anything could happen. You just never know. So enjoy every freaking second that you have, and appreciate everything that you've got, because that is going to happen. There's nobody escapes that. Taxes, you're going to be taxed to almost death your whole life. You know, you pay tax on your income, then you pay tax on your house, property tax, then you pay tax when you buy something. You pay tax when, it's just ridiculous the amount that we are taxed left, right, and center. And the third thing is change. Things will change no matter what. So if you think, I have this rock solid business going right now, nothing can possibly happen to it. I'm indestructible. You know what? You better be prepared, because something can happen, and odds are it will happen. Could be you lose an ad account, could be your product type disappears, could be the owner of your favorite company sells the company, could be a million different reasons why things could fail, but they can. And change is going to happen. It's going to happen. You adapt, adjust, and move forward. So I pivoted because I had to, not because I wanted to. I had to, which leads us to the second part of the session, the plan to get back to a million in 2025. Now I'm doing print on demand right now and I'm doing okay, but I'm not back up to seven figures yet. And that's my goal that I'm going to hit in 2025. I learned a lot from that ordeal, from my second major business fail, and honestly, through no fault of my own. This was just stuff that happened and it sucks. So, number one, I learned don't be lazy. Number two, don't ever rely on one traffic source. Start with one, master it, then add in more. Okay. Now, I am a huge proponent of build up that free traffic side from day one. Don't ignore it. While you're doing your paid ads, you got to do your free traffic too, because that will accumulate and snowball over time. And free traffic is actually not that difficult to get. Okay. So never rely on one. Even Facebook, I won't rely on just them. It's got to be more than one. Like Google, I'll use Google and Facebook, but I won't use just one. Number three, don't rely on one product. Okay. Get a product going, get it working, get it down, and then add more products. Because who knows if that product is going to exist 5 years down the road, or if that company is going to go belly up, or if something's going to happen, they're going to merge, or God knows what happens in the business world. Think of it right now, like I've been leaning heavily into t-shirts for the past 6 to 8 months, and I've been doing okay with it. I actually started with t-shirts, but then I got to thinking, why am I just focused on one product here? When I have this product, I know like the back of my hand that I've sold the crap out of. Why am I doing that? It's time for me to go back to my roots. And I'm still doing t-shirts, still doing hoodies, still doing coffee mugs. But that product, I got to get that back into the old stable. I got to get that working again. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. All right. Instead, build something you own 100% as well. So if you have your store, you own it, it's better. If you're on Etsy, my God, you're taking a huge risk. I'm scared for you. If you're on Amazon, I'm scared for you. If you're on any platform directly, I am terrified for you, because they can close you down anytime they feel like it at the snap of a finger, and there's nothing you can do. You got to own that thing. Now, if I'm on Shopify, if Shopify goes down, okay, that's a risk too. But the odds of them going down versus Etsy or Amazon or some direct place like T, not Teespring, Spring or Zazzle or Redbubble or Society6 shutting down your account, it's a lot lower on Shopify. So build something you own 100%. That's a lesson I learned the hard way. Now, also use multiple traffic sources, free and paid. Don't just rely on one. Use multiple products, including the one you already know, like the back of your hand. Okay. So where do you start? That's a lot, right? So you got to start planning, including setting a freaking goal. So what's the plan? Well, it's already underway, but like I said, number one, pick a niche. Okay. Here's step number one. And I know a lot of people want to do a general store and sell everything and see what works and then go with that. No, you can't do that. You can't do that because the ad platforms have no idea who your customer is. They can't figure it out. If you'll see the example with me, what I got into, but because I'm in a niche, it's easy for Facebook to figure out who my potential customers are. So your niche must meet this criteria. Number one, easy to find online. Number two, passionate about the topic. Number three, they have money to spend. Okay. And number four, competition exists already. Yes, that's competition exists. You know, on Etsy, where they always say, find products that have high search volume and low competition, or yeah, something like that. I think that's the BS advice you get, or low search volume and no competition, something like that, and build your business over that. You're never going to be able to scale that. You're going to get uh, piddly sales every month. It's not worth it. Instead, if people are already in that niche, it's a good thing because there's money being made in that niche. That's where you want to be. You want to go and compete. You don't want to go find this magical unicorn niche that nobody's in and nobody's touched because there's a reason. After all these years, there are no real undiscovered niches yet. So you go where the money is, get your piece of the pie. That's better. And you got to think inside that possible niche, is $1 million possible in a year? If it's too small, it's not going to be possible. These are the criteria that I use when I'm picking a niche. So if you got a niche, good. Now, number two, go set up a Shopify store if you don't have one already. Get a good domain, good email address, own it 100%. You can run traffic to it. You can build free traffic to it. You will build your own brand, not someone else's. So all the work those Etsy sellers do, you're building Etsy's brand. You're just listing on Etsy to a consumer. I know Etsy says you can have your own store, but do you see how tiny they make the link to your store on the product page? And do you see how they're offering everybody else's products on your product page? That's horrible. If you open a Shopify store, would you go to your competitors and say, "Hey, I'm opening up a I'll use it pickleball store, and I saw you have one too, so I would like to put in related products, or you may also like. I'd like to put your products and send them to you." No, not in a million years would you do that. Why would you do that? That's what you're doing on Etsy and Amazon, by the way. You have to do this to succeed. Long term online in the print on demand world, there's no two ways around this. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I fought it for years and years and years because I thought I'll just go direct, learn my lesson. Then I'm like, I'll go on Etsy, learn my lesson. Oh, I'll try Amazon, learn my lesson. Now I'm like, you know what? I should have just kept that first Shopify store going 10 years ago when I opened my first one. You got a store now? Good. Number three, use AI to help make designs. Research, use AI. Design, use AI. Creation, use AI. Mockups, use AI for most products. But there are so many ways to speed up your whole process with AI. Okay. Got AI designs? Good. Now upload the products to your store. Pick a good print on demand company. Do not rely on only one. Learn from my lesson. Even Printify itself is not a print on demand company. They are just a middleman between you and all the print on demand companies. So you can go direct to the print on demand companies, or you can use Printify, which is beneficial because if one of the suppliers goes under or merges or goes belly up, you can just shift your orders to another one easily. Okay. If you're going direct to somebody, then you have to redo all your product listings, which can be a pain in the butt if you have like 400 or 500 listings on there, right? It'd take a little bit of time to get back up and running. So you create the product, you upload it to your store, you set up a collection for it, you set up a product page for it, and Bob's your uncle. Now you got products on your store, good. Now you're cooking, right? Number five, you got to market them. You're going to do it with paid ads, Facebook and Google, and you're going to do it with free traffic, blog posts on your store. We can use AI to generate those too, including things like table of contents and everything else. There are prompts available that will do all this stuff that I use a lot. And I'm starting to fill, well, my pickleball store is starting to fill up nicely with these blog posts, and I'm already getting free traffic to it. So, and it's not just free traffic for the sake of free traffic. It's free traffic to get somebody from searching for a keyword on Google, clicking your listing, like your site, and then going through, reading the article, and then seeing, oh crap, look at, oh, they got these. These are cool. Maybe I'll click on that and look at it, and maybe I'll buy that. Right? That's free traffic. Free traffic's pretty cool. It's just slow, takes a little bit of time to get going. But I'm not talking about posting on social media anymore, because posting your stuff on social media, the share and the reach is so low that it's not even worth your time anymore, honestly. So, but remember, things change. All right, now you're cooking. You found some winners and you scale them. So you continue testing to find more winners. That is a plan, and that is what I'm personally doing already. All right. This stuff works. The money is in the details, though. The bottom line is you should be doing this if you're not already. Let's move on to the third part now, and that is, what the heck do I do next? Okay, well, you just hurt my brain. Now you're telling me I got to have this store, I got to have all these designs, I got to figure out AI, I got to do a print on demand supplier. What the heck, man? Like, how do I do all this? What's the system? I need a checklist. I need something to go through step by step. Well, you do have multiple options now. But are you getting excited? But you're like, I have a few questions on where to begin. That's natural. Well, just buckle up, because it's about to get even better. And we're going to finish this off, and then I'll get to my offer for you, okay? So the reality check is, it's not a simple thing we're talking about. There's a lot of moving parts, and it can be very complicated to figure out. You do need a couple things before you can even start. You need a niche, a store, designs, upload, right, from print on demand supplier, and marketing. That's the 5 steps right there. So how do you do this? Well, you've got your 2 basic options. The easy way, go from point A to point B in a straight line. The hard way, go from point A to point B. And you can see that red line is a lot longer, because you're trying to figure things out on yourself. It's not working. You're adjusting, moving, changing directions, trying to figure that out. It doesn't work, so you bounce back. A lot of people do the hard way. Uh, Me personally, I do the hard way more often than I should, but I'm starting to do the easy way now too. Even what I'll do is, I will still join membership sites, and I will still buy courses, and I'll buy workshops in the print on demand world, because I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. And if I can find someone who can offer me a golden nugget or a tip or trick or something that can help boost my sales, I'm in. So I don't have the ego where I think, well, I'm the coach, so I don't need to buy anybody else's stuff. Nah, you're always learning. You're always a student. Always. The more you learn, the better you're going to be. And there are people who have different perspectives, different methods, different ways. And if you can take what they show you and apply it to your store, that's a good thing. I'm very open-minded with that. So you might see me in some memberships, and I'm there for a reason. I'm learning, I'm absorbing, I'm looking for those golden nuggets, and they happen, and they're worth my time. That's the easy way. Okay. The hard way is go for it on your own. So you're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to go to YouTube. How to sell $1 million worth of print on demand necklaces in 2025. And you get the following different opinions, styles, methods. A lot of people will tell you, don't sell that product, only sell this product, or that product sucks. Like, there's a lot of people that are anti t-shirt on YouTube, and they're wrong, but that's their gimmick. That's their gist. That's how they get you. And then they'll be like, no, go sell metal signs instead, or something like that. But I mean, that's one way, but it's not the only way. A lot of products work. It's just, you know, you're going to get a lot of different opinions, styles, outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. Then you go try each one on your own, and now you've got something. It's not the solution, but it's something called a good old information overload. And that means you have so many freaking options that you don't know where to start. So you typically, that leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing, and you go right back to square one. And that route stinks. I don't suggest it for anyone. Instead, try the easy route. Learn from someone who's an experienced expert. Let's go back to 2005 for 1 second so I can show you what I did. I mentioned that secured loan business before, but I was working at TD Ameritrade, took the night shift so I could search the internet. I found a guy, and he taught me all about that first business of generating secured loan leads online, and I would sell them to banks and loan companies in the UK. Okay, perfectly legit. The people knew what they were doing. They were applying for a loan, and that I had all the disclaimers saying we are going to sell, we're going to put your lead information to banks and loan companies. There's nothing sketchy about it. It's just the credit crisis blew up that whole business. So without him, I'd still be at my 9 to 5 job. If that credit crisis didn't happen, I wouldn't be on this webinar right now, and I wouldn't be on the print on demand world. Honestly, I'd still be doing that. So if you want to lose weight, how do you lose? You find someone to teach you how. If you want to learn how to fly a plane, you have to find someone to teach you how. If you want to sell $1 million of POD necklaces in 2025, find someone to teach you how. This is no different. Find somebody to teach you, which brings me to my offer to you. At the beginning, I mentioned that boot camp, and that's what my offer is. So it's a way to skip a lot of the roadblocks and get profitable. Do you think you can do this? I think if you're on here, you've got at least some experience with print on demand, and it's just a matter of maybe you haven't found the right product yet. Maybe you're not on the right platform. Maybe you've never used paid ads. Maybe you've never bothered with free traffic. There's a lot of variables that can come into play that can turn you from where you're at right now into a very profitable and successful seller. So far we covered, what happened to me. It was crap, but I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still ticking. Then the game plan, and then what to do next. So my question is, do you want to take it to the next level? I hope so. So introducing the AI Necklace Bootcamp 2025. So the methods and info that I've shown today only scratch the surface, not even a dent. The bootcamp is all about teaching you, guiding you, supporting you to get you profitable. We're going to use AI to sell a bunch of print-on-demand necklaces. We're going to use AI in a lot of different instances, from our store creation to our product creation to everything in between. Even our emails are going to be AI. So we're going to create the snowball effect with this. What is it though? This is a 3-week bootcamp dedicated to teaching you exactly how to do all this the right way. If it sounds pretty sweet, I think it is. I want to make sure you have everything you need to profit. So the bootcamp is all about this. I'm going to help you with everything we talked about today, getting set up correctly. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything and the kitchen sink. I can't wait for the day that you tell me, hey, Will, I got my first sale. Or the day you tell me, hey, Will, I got my 100th sale. That's going to be amazing. When that happens, I'll be the happiest coach on the planet. But a warning, this isn't for everybody. If you're not interested, you can turn this off. If you're like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm an Etsy seller. I'm good. Okay, just continue doing that. This is just an option. If you are interested, though, stick around for a minute while I finish this off. So what you get is basically this: my coaching, 17 plus years experience, over 1.5 million in sales, over $1 million in coaching. I use AI daily in my business. Daily. I'm already getting free traffic. I use paid traffic daily. I have Shopify stores. I've coached over 10,000 people. I think it's like 12,000 by now. I can handle any tech issue you encounter. I'll get you profitable. That's what you get. Also, oh yeah, the live trainings. You get 3 of them, 1 week apart. Gives you time to complete each step in between. Replays are available if you can't make it live. Ask questions, get answers, succeed. That's the training side. I've got some very cool bonuses for you too. So we need a way to interact, and bonus number 1 is that dedicated group for the bootcamp. So it's a private group on Facebook, available 24/7. A really good way to get support, post questions, get answers, network with others, like-minded individuals, and you get the training and support. Does that sound pretty good? I think so. So the total value there is about $1,994. But that's not all. I've got a few other bonuses for you. So I'll teach you Facebook ads in the bootcamp, but I've also done a dedicated one to Facebook ads, and it's yours as a bonus. So bonus number 2 is a Facebook ads bootcamp that I did. I teach as if you're new to it. So it's a full bootcamp, over 3 hours of training, A to Z, setup, testing, scaling, everything you need to master Facebook ads. You'll be a pro by the end with just that. Although I am going to cover Facebook ads in the bootcamp, this bootcamp too. So you get the training, the support, and the Facebook Ads Bootcamp now are up to 2,991, and I'm not done there. So I've got more bonuses for you too. So how about a little bit more ads training? Because remember I said, don't just go with one place. I ran a full Google Ads Bootcamp recently. It'll help you too, and I'm throwing that in. So bonus number 3 is my Google Ads Bootcamp, over 3 hours of training. I think there's 4 in that one. Everything you need to become a Google Ads Pro. Google ads are super powerful, especially when you combine them with Facebook ads. It's perfect. If your Facebook ad account is gone, it's okay. We can run Google ads. You'll be an expert by the end. So the training, support, bootcamp number 1, bootcamp number 2, total value 3,998. And then I'm like, you know what? I know a lot of you are currently selling on Etsy. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. How's it going? Lots of work, very little reward. Okay, I've got another bonus that might help you. It's my Etsy backup plan bootcamp. It's yours. I'm not saying dump Etsy. Keep going. You enjoy it. You like it. That's fine. But have a backup plan. And that's what this bootcamp is all about. It's helping you transition off of Etsy to get your own store. Finally get paid for all that hard work you put in. Etsy is challenging. They lure you in with big promises of 90 million plus buyers, yet you get a sale every 3 months. No more. This bootcamp will help you see what else is possible and transition you from not only physically off of there, but your mindset as well. Because I know, I get it. You hear a lot of stuff from a lot of YouTubers, Etsy YouTubers, about how great it is and it's all unicorns and rainbows. And then you get in there and you're like, what is happening? Okay, anyway, that's going to help you. So training, support, 3 boot camps, $4,985 value. And then one more. Valentine's Day is coming up like real quick. So if you want to cash in, I did run a Valentine's Day bootcamp last year. I was going to run it this year, but then I switched to the necklaces because I feel like we're a little bit too close to the cutoff date. You can still sell for Valentine's Day, but you can sell right up to the date too. You just have to put a lot of notices on your store and in your emails that people might not get the product in time, which kind of defeats the purpose. But it's all about selling Valentine's Day print-on-demand products, and that's yours as bonus number 5. So that's the Valentine's Day Bootcamp 2024. So you can still cash in on Valentine's Day. It's a perfect product is necklaces. Take the training, apply it ASAP. People give a lot of gifts for Valentine's Day, and you can get your piece of that pie. So training, support, 4 boot camps, $5,982 in value. I should charge that for it, but I'm not. So I had a choice to make. Sell this all for cheap, right? Get more people going. Or a second option, charge more and limit it to fewer people. I went with option number 1. So this is for everyone. So I did price it at $997, but since I want you to do this, I'm offering it for 60% off. So $398.80. You can see the URL is in the bottom, ppc-coach.com/necklaces. Will take you to a checkout page. Fill that out, and then instructions are on the thank you page on how to join the group, get all the bonuses, and get going, registering yourself for the training. One thing though, okay, that's for the first 50 only. Once 50 join, the price is going back up to $997. That's where it's going to stay. Okay, so 60% off is a limited time. Link is in the bottom right of the screen from now on. And let's finish this off. So you're getting everything you need to succeed selling print-on-demand necklaces now. If you want to be profitable, you've got those 2 options. Option 1, do it alone. Try to reverse engineer everything you saw. There'll be confusion. You'll get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, and worst of all, struggle. Option 2, get this amazing deal. 3 live training sessions, the group, and 4 boot camps for a pretty good price, I would say. Which option do you prefer? I think it's a complete no-brainer. Is that a lot of money? No, not for the massive amount of training and support you're going to get. So I have a goal. That's to get you to that 7 figures in sales of print-on-demand necklaces in 2025. Like I said, we're going to aim for the stars, and if we hit the moon, we're going to be happy still. I'm giving you everything to teach you how to use AI to do this. You can try this on your alone, and some of you will. This is for the ones that want to skip the school of hard knocks. I've got a PhD from there. Who am I to teach you? I am an experienced expert with a lot of success so far. If you have any questions, coach@ppc-coach.com or ppccoach@gmail.com. That's the OG email. So what's the difference between now and later? Well, now you might be struggling. Later, you won't be anymore. So it is a limited time offer. Once 50 join, the price goes up to $997. So don't wait. Be in that first 50 people. I don't know how long that's going to take. Could be today. Could be after this. I don't know. There's quite a few people on here right now. Now, some common questions that I get all the time, and we'll wrap this up. So where does it take place? The live training is on GoToWebinar. Replays are posted to the group. Bonuses are in the group. You'll get full instructions after joining on how to access everything. I've done this a few times, so I think I've got it pretty streamlined. Do you have to use Shopify? Yes. For this one, it needs a Shopify store for the free and paid traffic that you'll be learning. Not only that, remember, the customer service side, you have to know if there's an issue so you can handle it. So as much as we don't want to do customer service, believe me, I don't want to do customer service, you have to. And you get to a point in your customer service when your store gets to a certain size where you can bring on a VA, virtual assistant, to do that. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, it is possible, but it's 100% necessary. Otherwise, you're putting your ad account at risk. You're putting your business at risk. You're putting everything at risk if you don't do that. Same, you know what? Same with Etsy. If people are upset about your products on Etsy and you don't know, I mean, you'll probably know because they'll give you a bad review, which a couple of bad reviews will tank your store in the first place, but you need that feedback. You have to have it. So the trade-off of having to do the customer service is your business is going to be a lot stronger and better than if you didn't do customer service. So you can't do this on Etsy or Amazon or eBay. It's not possible. So will I teach you paid ads? Yep. I'll be showing you my Facebook ad campaign setup and management. Will I teach free traffic? Yep. I'll be showing you exactly how to leverage AI for this. It's very cool. I've got my prompts down packed. So now even the steps I used to take, I don't take anymore because I've got these down to a science at this point. Now, will I see your store? Yep. It's already up and running. I am making sales daily. Okay, I'm not going to teach you anything unless I'm doing it myself. You'll see. It's where the necklaces are going to, and you're going to love how I did that. What if I'm number 51 to join? No problem. You just pay $9.97. I want to give early birds a bigger discount, so don't wait on this. This will not be available forever. When can you start? Right now. There's no better time than the present. Let's do this. I'm pumped to get you successful. The first live training is on Tuesday. Okay, and then the next one is the following Tuesday, and then the third Tuesday after that. Now, what if you have more questions? Coach at ppc-coach.com or ppccoach@gmail.com. Are you ready? Awesome. Can't wait to get started with you. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple testimonials. I've known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what's working for him now, and he teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, but then the first lesson made my investment back. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care. I want to help people. You got me started with Print on Demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, which everybody will. And just believe in yourself. You can do this, and you will. Take care. And then Chris has been following Will for nearly 3 years now, and to this day, I still think he's the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. I've purchased a couple of his courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. Love it. If you want more testimonials, I think there's like 175 more on this page, ppc-coach.com/testimonials. So what happens after your order? You're going to get instant access to the group, which has full instructions on how to access everything, immediate access to the bonuses so you can get started right now. Now, this is new. Before you go, I have one other option for you. I don't usually do this, honestly, and this is something very special for you. So let's say you're like, you know what? I love what I just saw, but I don't want to do all that work by myself. Option two, I'll do this all for you. Okay, done for you, turnkey on a silver platter, everything we just talked about. So option two is 100% done for you. I'll do every step for you. We pick a niche together. Okay, we create. If you don't have a store, I'll create your store. I'll set up all the pages, the product page, the collection page, everything. I will create 16 designs for you. Why 16? Because we're going to send traffic to a collection, and we want to have at least 16 products on that collection page. After that, you're going to be adding products on your own based on our interaction and training, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So you're going to create your first, I will create your first Facebook ad campaign, and I'll run it with you. Now, how the heck am I going to create a store for you? Shopify has a partner program where I can actually create a store and then transfer the ownership completely to you. For Facebook ads, it will be in your ad account. You will just invite me to the ad account to create these campaigns and manage them. That's it. So it's your store, your ad account. I'll create the store and then I'll hand the keys over to you. Your Facebook ad account, you'll create that and then you'll invite me to it. Okay. Turnkey, done for you, 100%. This is not cheap. It's about 12 and a half times the cost of the boot camp. That's a lot. Okay. But it's a lot of work. So if you're interested, email me on that. Okay. Otherwise, just go ahead and join the boot camp. That's fine. ppccoach@gmail.com or coach@ppc-coach.com. Right. I can only do that for one person because it's a lot of work for me. Now I know 98% of you will pass on that. That's cool, but there is 2% of you that are like already going, that's not a bad option. If I can get a store created, a guy can create a store who's really good at it. He'll set up my first Facebook ad campaign and help me with it, and then just hand me the keys. that's not too shabby of an offer, because the potential of these stores, these could be $1 million stores. So that investment initially is a drop in the bucket compared to what that store can do. And this is where I see the number one mistake people make, honestly, is their niche is horrible. They're just in the wrong niche because they didn't use a criteria in order to find a good one. And that's where, when we nail that niche down, the rest is honestly pretty easy. Not easy, but less difficult, put it that way. So it is a lot of work. I can only do that for one person. You can do this on your own, all right? And for a lot less money, but I'm putting that offer out there. So I do enjoy building these stores and campaigns and helping people skip all the details and just have it all done for them. That actually makes me pretty happy. But the choice is yours, all right? Thanks for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. You're buying something unique, guidance on something I've already done and I'm going to do again. You can come with me if you want. If you skip it, I'll call you crazy, but we can part as friends. I got a lot of crazy friends. Do not wait on this. It's a limited time offer. Let's get you profitable. I'll do everything I can to get you there. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your time. Get in now if you haven't already. All right, let's see if there's any questions. Just comment here, and then we'll close this off. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mary. I heard about that. Yeah, father-in-law, he's in the hospital right now. They moved him out of intensive care, which is good. And like I said, they took the breathing tube out, and now he can stand on his own. He can talk, but because the tube was in there for so long, the tube like wrecks your vocal cords, so it's going to take a little bit of time to recover from that. But uh, it looks good. It looks a lot better than when it happened. That's for sure. Amazon is definitely a beast. Lost all my jewelry when Etsy banned it. Yep. My best-selling product. Yep. I'm stuck getting Shopify up in the midst of life of chaos. I must succeed. You will. We'll get you there. No worries. Okay. I'm going to close with that. If you're in already, awesome. If you're not, no problem. No sweat. If you do have questions about that done for you program, send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com, and we will chat. You're not committed to it at all. Ask any questions you want, and then we'll go from there. All right, my friends, have a wonderful day, and we will see you inside the bootcamp.